No Standing 8 Boxing Podcast. We discuss every organization and weight class with your host, Bronx Bomber, educated with the craft. Punch a topic hard like heavyweights, hitting the bag from the top rank to the upcoming. Washed up to the dark horse, champs, #1 contenders. Quick jab or sharp cross, we your source. Come get it. Tuning in, you can have it. Internationally known, our information is valid. See, we on a higher plane, no two episodes the same. We get better as we train, so on top we remain. Come join the conversation, the same sight you'll gain. And then outside of the rain, we do the damn thing.
Hi, fight fans. Welcome to another edition of No Standing Game Boxing Talk. I am your host, as always, the Bronx Bomber, and I'm here with an up-and-coming fighter, Kurt Scooby. All right, currently fighting out of Gleasons Gym. Had a very illustrious amateur record of, you correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes these facts on the internet be skewed, of 120 wins and 35 losses. Man, that's a lot of fighting. And,
yeah, man.
And he's currently a professional with a 6-0 undefeated record with 4 knockouts, and is fighting here on March 26th on the Rising Stars Promotions. And we're going to sit here, talk to him a little bit today, get to know him, introduce him to you. And Kurt, champ, how's it going, man? I'm going to call you champ, man. I'm just used to it, man. And you just look like one, man. So I'm just going to call you.
Yeah, man. I try to stay away from that because everybody's a champ nowadays. And I'd rather just stay in the grind and just keep working for mine. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's why I like that. I like that. And,
yeah,
and listen,
of course.
I see that you're rocking a Gleasons sweater. You're also rocking an LA hat. That's East Coast, West Coast. When I was growing up, that was kind of like a dangerous kind of mix, you know.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about your come up. I understand you were born in California, but now you live in Brooklyn. Give us a little bit of that biography of how you started up to now. What you got going on?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Doherty, California, man. That's where the trenches is, and that's why I work so hard to where I'm at right now. What really moved me out here, I actually came out here to fight in an amateur boxing show in Gleasons, and it was always my adventure to want to become and to live in New York, you know what I mean? So I actually got the chance to actually, move out here. And I moved here during the pandemic when my flight was like $11, man. So I think I seen that as a sign to actually come out here and move and get the hang of everything. And I actually ran into Don Saxby, man, and Don Saxby and Leon Taylor, man. That's two of my trainers right now.
Yeah. So that's interesting. But in your time in California, what was that like, man? What was your childhood like? What was your parents, your background? What was that situation like growing up?
Yeah, man, it was the trenches. Like, you know what I mean? I grew up in a foster care system with, I went through 16 foster homes, you know what I mean? And it was, it was a trench talk, you know what I mean? Where it wasn't the best, but I obviously learned from every situation that I was given to, you know what I mean? And my main goal was never to give up at whatever I had to do, you know what I mean? And that was just to be successful. And I'm still not done yet, you know?
Right. Yeah, I can understand that. And, sometimes when kids or adolescents, they go through hardships like that, they find an outlet. And it seems like your outlet was sports. So 120 fights, a total here combined 155 fights. That means you've been boxing for a very long time. How'd you get started?
That's the thing, man. Boxing wasn't my first outlet was actually football. Football was my go-to. I actually went to Fresno State University, which is D1 football right out of high school, you know what I mean? So I used football to pay for my education and, to get out of the situation I was in. And then I used boxing, on the back burner because I knew boxing was always my it, you know what I mean? And football was my chance to actually get out of the circumstances I was in life, you know what I mean? So, yeah man, I was a D1 football player.
Man, yeah. I read that here in your bio. So boxing was your love, but football was your way out. Is what I hear you saying.
That's a fact.
So were you boxing and doing football at the same time, or boxing came later?
I would come and go because I knew if I boxed, I would have to lose weight. And then, it was hard to like fluctuate with the weight because at the time when I was playing football, man, I was 215 and I was a running back. So I was in and out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna get to that, man, because when I read, and you're like a little tank. I saw your profiles, man, especially when you're playing football. Tell the folks what weight class you fight at now.
I fight at 140 now, man.
From 215 to
Yeah,
140. How is that
yeah.
even possible and still maintain your muscle mass?
Hard work, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything is possible when the mind is on the same side as everything that's flowing with your body. You know what I mean? There was chances where I thought, I was like, man, this is hard. But hard work is easy work. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I had a good friend named Scrappy Ramirez, man, that always told me hard work is easy work. You know what I mean?
Wait, Scooby and
Yeah,
Scrappy.
yeah, you heard it. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You're a California Golden Gloves champion, and then you said that you made that mental decision to get on a plane, come to Gleasons. It was always your dream to come to New York, but there's a lot of gyms in New York. Why Brooklyn and why Gleasons?
Honestly, it's where my body took me. You know what I mean? It's never really the thought process is wherever your body and your mind takes you. You know what I mean? And it felt like home when I was with Don and Leon Cat Taylor. Those two men are great. You know what I mean? And it's like it felt like when you step inside your own home, you feel like, man, like, yeah, this is my home. When I was with those two, it was a great passion, you know, that I felt with them too.
Yeah. And how have they elevated your game?
As you know, in LA, man, it's a bunch of fighters. People fight and come forward. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I want to say Mexican style, but those two taught me how to see things and how to box and how to be a better person inside the ring, playing chess, not checkers.
Right. So
Yeah.
how obviously you were successful in football, you're successful in boxing, you're a hard worker.
Yep.
How did football prepare you to be a boxer, and how did boxer prepare you to be football? To do football, did you use a little bit of each with the other sport?
Yeah, 100%, definitely. With football is you got to work hard every day in the weight room, outside the weight room, in the classroom. Everywhere you go, you got to work hard because there's just someone always and backing you that's pushing you. You know what I mean? Or that's trying to take your spot. And that's the same thing in boxing. There's always these rankings or someone trying to be above you or pushing you, or, you know what I mean? So I would want to say, you know, boxing pushed me in an individual way, and football, even though it's a team sport, you know what I mean? But football taught me to literally outwork everybody that's in front of you, you know?
Yeah.
And in back of you.
You're a very humble and modest person. This thing is based on, you don't want to be called champ because you haven't achieved anything yet.
Alhamdulillah.
Give a little bit of your bio. You left some things out. I mean, you were no chump on the football field. You were scouted by the Chargers, the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Jaguars.
Yep. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So why the transition?
When you don't love something, you can get hurt at it. So I knew football was my way out, and I knew if I kept playing it and I didn't love it the way I love it before, then I would have got hurt. You know what I mean? You obviously can get hurt doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's very profound that you say that, because you're absolutely right. I spent 25 years in the Army. I deployed to Iraq and around the world, and you're absolutely right, man. A soldier knows when it's time to hang it up, and most of the times when you don't have that same passion or drive for something.
Exactly.
And then kind of lower your guard a little bit. That's when bad things happen, you know?
Exactly.
So, no, I feel you 100%.
And plus, like in the Army, I know there's a fact where there's other men that's relying on you. You know what I mean? And if you're not giving it that 100% or 110%, you shouldn't be on the field. You shouldn't be you shouldn't be out in the field. You know what I mean?
What called you to boxing to begin with? What drew you to
life? I mean,
I feel you.
It's crazy because I was a fighter, man. I was a fighter in school, so they would always, like go to the boxing gym, and I would always walk by the boxing gym and hear the noise, hear the bag, and hear people go through like the motions where it's like tired. You know what I mean? I heard all that, and I was like, you know what? Let me step inside the boxing gym. And it was the first boxing gym I went to was Doherty Boxing Gym. with Louis Valenzuela and Victor Valenzuela, two big name trainers in LA as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I started there, and from there I was like, man, this is where I'm at. This is where my feet is at. You know.
Good stuff. So, what was it like stepping off the plane into the Big Apple, man? What? I mean, it's a busy city, man. What was
Yeah,
it like
most
coming
definitely.
from the West Coast to the East Coast? What were some of the first shockers?
I felt the hustle. That's what I loved about it the most, because in LA, as you know, there's a bunch of beaches. You can get complacent, you know what I mean, with all the slow motions and driving everywhere. Here is the hustle. That's what I gravitated towards, and I knew this was my place because of the hustle and the way people move, and they always say, yo, New Yorkers are hard nosed. Nah, they're not hard nosed. They just tell you the truth, and that's not what people really are used to in LA. People are, you know what I mean, they're not used to, oh, that doesn't look really good on you. And in New York, they tell you straight up, yo, hey, take that off. That's ugly. You know what I mean? That's it's pretty much straight up. So I love that fact about everybody out here. Yeah.
You know it, man. So aside from your boxing achievements, you got another achievement. Talk to me about that young lady.
My daughter, Leo Noel, man. That's my biggest pride and joy and everything I do. That's the extra rep I do. That's the extra background I do. That's the extra mile I do. And that's for her.
How old is she?
She's 6.
Man.
Yeah. 6, acting like she's 35.
You know it, man. I'm a father of 3 daughters, man. That's where it starts right there.
Yeah, man. That's where it is, man. And that's what pushes me. You know what I mean?
Good stuff. Good stuff. So you're professional. Tell me about this upcoming fight you got coming up on the 26th.
Man, I'm mentally prepared for it. You know what I mean? A lot of people say physically this is the best camp I've ever been. I didn't train for this fight. I live for it. You know what I mean? People come and do their training camps. I live mine. You know what I mean? It's an everyday grind. So as far as being ready, prepared, I'm mentally prepared for it. You know what I mean? So I'm 7-0 in my mind already, man. And that's all in Allah's hands, and we're gonna take care of business.
What were some of the preparations, some of the sparring partners, and as you start to get ready to make that transition? Because boxing happens in levels, right? So
yeah,
start doing 4-rounders and 6-rounders, and then eventually, if you're successful so far, like you're doing, you start to kick it up a notch. What's the plan to get you to the next level?
Just staying motivated and staying patient. Don't let anything like push me to be overly patient. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. The thing is just to follow the plan. You know what I mean? Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the mouth, right?
That's right, man. You know it. That's right. Yep. That came from the mouth of a Brooklyn resident.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, you see it right there on my wall, baby.
Mike Tyson.
That's my legends. That's my legends wall right there.
Yeah.
You may not see a few of your favorite fighters, but that's my legends wall.
No, that's a fact. I'm just saying. I like Mike Tyson a lot, man. Yeah. That's what my amateur style used to be like Mike Tyson, because I was, you know what I mean, like a bull, So yeah.
Now, that's a good segue to my next question. For those that haven't seen you fight, how would you describe your fighting style?
Man, I can't even really say that. You know what I mean? You got to show up to the fight. I can't. It's like telling someone what pay-per-view.
Hey, you already know how to market yourself.
Yeah, you got to show up to the fight, man. I can't tell you everything the goods. You know what I mean? Show up to the fight, and then you tell me what you think about me. You know what I mean? Only thing I can do is just stay hard and stay in the gym. You know what I mean?
I like it. So when I started reading your bio, you're kind of an old soul, man. I connected with you.
Yeah.
I connected with you on the paper, man. You're an old soul. I mean, your favorite professional athletes are Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Right? A lot of people your age tend to gravitate to LeBron James.
Yeah, nah. I'm old soul, man. I like to listen to Cameo. It's like candy. Yeah,
that's right, baby, because that's your come out song.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking about that one, or I keep going flip-flopping on, but I can't say that one. The next one I wanted to say, but yeah, I'm an old soul, man. I was raised with my grandma, so I was able to learn all the lessons I needed to learn early on, you know what I mean, instead of later on in life.
Yeah, if you watch some of my YouTube channels, man, you start to follow me on Twitter, man. Man, I try to mix my boxing with my music, man. I'm an old school hip hop head. I like salsa music. I like funk, the old funk. I like soul music, So I like me some Commodores. I like me some Aretha. Yeah. I like me some
Isley. Come on, you gotta say the Isleys.
Yeah, man, you know it, man. I like it all, man. I like me some some James Brown, baby. And my favorite diva, man, my favorite diva of all time, man. I love this woman. Is Gladys Knight, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't care what
100%.
nobody said. That lady will sing you to love, to sleep, man. I love that woman, man. So I felt you. And when you ask young fighters who their favorite fighter is, man, they'll lean towards, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo. You picked Ezzard Charles. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Ezzard. Yeah. Why Ezzard Charles, man?
Because that's old school. That's where everything originates from. There's always styles that people talk about, but they don't go way back then and see where these styles originate from. You know what I mean? And Ezzard Charles, man, that was a dog. You know what I mean? I was a dog. And there's a lot more from the Black Murderers crew. There was, not many people know about them, but they gotta do their research. You know what I mean?
Got to, man. I mean, you got a little, you're a little Mike Tyson-ish, man, because not only do you fight, but Mike was studied the history too, man. He used to watch the old tapes and watch guys like Carmen Basilio, Ezra Charles, Ray Rob. This cat's, man, nice, man, nice. And talk to me about this bachata music, man.
Man, you know it. I got to smooth with the hips. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, living in New York, man, it'll creep up on you quick, man. Before you know it, man, you be a bachata heaven, man.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact, man.
Yeah, man. So, man, there's nothing in your life right now, just boxing.
And my daughter, Leo.
What are your goals, man? And your daughter, that's right. And what are your goals? What do you hope to achieve in the next couple years?
Man, honestly, one thing that a lot of people don't really look at is just waking up the next day. That's my next goal, is waking up the next day and being 1% better than I was yesterday. You know what I mean? So that's my main goal, is just keep waking up and keep being great to other people, not just myself, but to other people as well. And the rest will follow, man. And just keep giving back to Allah and keep giving everything I need and give everything that I have to him. You know what I mean? And like I said, the rest will follow.
Right. That's right. That's a very mature way of looking at things, because you can have all these goals, you can have all these aspirations, but you may not wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, man. That's a fact. You got me?
You gotta look at at that, man. So no, I feel that 100%, and I understand.
Yeah, man. Let me see one more thing, man. A lot of people wake up and go to Instagram and go to the social medias. Nah, man, you got to give thanks, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that wake up and don't have vision, don't have their fingers, or don't have any body parts. You know what I mean? You just got to give thanks, and that's the first part of your day you should be doing, is giving thanks to whoever you believe in to be your most high. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen, man, I like you a lot. I seen you fight. You can fight. I love you. You have a solid attitude, and I have no doubt that with that kind of attitude, you're going to achieve everything you want to achieve, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. So, tell folks where they can watch this fight on the 26th.
Yeah.
And where they can get tickets and all that.
Oh yeah, you can get tickets from me or my coach at Gleasons Boxing Gym, or contact me on Instagram. It's Channel 2 School, CHANNEL 2 as a number, and then 2 School, SCOOB. Yeah, you can get the tickets from me as well.
Do they have a live stream?
See, I'm not sure about that. We haven't got on that information.
I'll get with Brian on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Hey, I can tell all you do is show up and fight. That's it, baby.
I just show up. You know what I mean? I just show up like Booby Miles. He said, "What you gonna do, Booby?" I just show up. You know what I mean?
It, baby. Just show up.
Yeah.
Hey, well, there you have it, folks. Up and coming talent prospect, 6-0, 4 KOs, fighting out of Gleasons Gym in Brooklyn, making his home now out of way of California. Football player. Now
California, baby.
Yeah, you know it, man. Now boxer Kurt Scooby. His nickname is Scooby. His last name is pronounced Scooby. He's an old school guy, and don't be surprised that on fight night when you go see him, he comes out to "It's Like Candy."
Yes, sir. Cameo. All money in. All money in.
All right, man. Good luck to you, champ.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate you. Have a blessed day.
No Standing 8 Boxing Podcast. We discuss every organization and weight class.